Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. I don't know if you've been to Scripps before. Have you?
First time.
Welcome. That's awesome. I think Bill Stone was just checking in too.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bill.
Hello. Good
How you
morning.
doing? How's everyone today?
Good.
Good. Just had a BNI meeting.
You did?
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you have just Zoom, like Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good morning, Eric.
Morning, how are you?
Good. How are you? Anybody have any wins in the past couple days?
No, I'm still practicing.
That's okay. That's okay. That's good. You're working on it.
Yes.
That's what it takes. Little steps get you there.
Hey, Lisa, I
Um,
wanted to ask you, how did the pie delivery thing go?
It went really, really well. I think, like I was saying, I think more people may have shown up because it was easy for them, you know? So
Mhm.
we got more pies than we ever did. More people picked up we had to deliver maybe 6, and we had like 70 plus pies.
That's
So
great.
yeah, and Dakota had a huge following there. Barry was there, Chris was there. Another girl, Kimber, I think her name is Kim or Carrie, that I hadn't met before. So a few people that I don't see in the office, so they came. I'd say probably 300 plus pies went out that night.
That's great. So I would
Yeah.
call that a win.
I think it really was a win. Yeah, it was good. It was funny how, you know, we had it set up really cool so people turned around and it was very easy. They would say who their realtor was, because sometimes some of the pies were inside, some of them were outside, but it was decorated great. Neighbors came over saying if they could get free pies. I'm like, no, sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I know. So it was actually, it looked pretty good. We had open house signs everywhere and balloons. So it was a nice event. How about yourself? You did fudge, right? And you delivered?
Yeah, I had some really, really good visits. I spent 2 days driving all over the place. Second day I was in North Attleboro, and then I had to get all the way down to South Plymouth.
Oh,
And but it was awesome. I had a lot of fun, and I did some COVID safe visits, and it was good to catch up with past clients. So
yes. So Shirley, are you new?
I started in September, so
Okay.
pretty new.
So what Bill's talking about is so powerful. Those drop-offs, I mean, those are like the best things you can do. Once you start, and you don't have to use, when you're new and you don't maybe have many clients, it's still people you know. So involve yourself in those types of things as much as you possibly can. A
Okay.
lot of things that we do have or have in the past prior to COVID are paid for, right, Bill?
yep, sure.
We basically show up. Our, vendor partners end up, supplying either the ice cream or, different events that we do throughout the year. So those are great touches. Those are easy phone calls. And even if you don't have clients, you can invite your neighbors, you can invite friends, coworkers that you worked with before.
Yep. I mean,
Gotcha.
according to the MREA book, Millionaire Real Estate Agent, well, I think originally it was called a 33 touch, meaning
Mhm.
connecting with your clients 33 times a year, whether it's through the phone or through a postcard or a face-to-face event or whatever, but just to stay top of mind with them so that they think of you to refer you business.
And when you don't understand it really well, it sounds insane. Like I'm going to bother people forever, right? It sounds like 33 touches sounds crazy. So we want to make sure that you understand how important that is and that it's not really, if you send 12 emails, there's 12 emails once a month. The postcard makes it maybe probably a thank you note. In an invite to a pie party is the invite, the call, the actual pie, the thank you letter afterwards. That's 4. You can make that up to 7 because you can send an email, a text, and a call. So
Right.
as much as like that 36 sounds it sounds insane. When I was like, oh my gosh, people are going to hate me. They're going to think that's crazy. I'm going to reach out to them that much. And then I realized, no, they're going to forget who you are in a half a second if you don't,
Right.
you don't stay in touch. Another realtor is right around the corner. So, so I really like the powerful closes the other day. Does anybody else have anything? Did you like that, the powerful closes?
Yes.
Do
Sorry,
you
I'm
want
jumping in.
to? That's okay. And I am going to have to like jump off right on time or even a few minutes before if I have to run somewhere. But I think if we go through those again, I know there's some new people on here, but I do feel like those powerful closes right here are super important because so last night I was at a listing appointment. It's so easy. You're sitting there just building rapport with people, right? And you just keep, just trying to make sure they like you and they trust you. Because I didn't know this person. And, you have to ask for the business. You have to close. It was right after scripts, I got a phone call. I closed for the appointment immediately. I did almost pre-qual in like a 5-minute time. I asked her a ton of questions, had the appointment yesterday, signed her up, boom. It was really, doesn't always happen so easily. It felt like a breeze, right? But even when you're at the table, how many times, people on this script, have you sat with someone and talked about getting their house sold and you left without asking them to sign the paperwork? I've done it. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have. I kind of was kind of reading them and kind of getting a sense that they just weren't ready. So for whatever reason, I just didn't ask.
Yeah, and I mean, they probably would have just said yes, maybe, they probably would have said, okay. So I think I fumbled probably dozens of appointments by not just getting clearly to the point. So I want everybody to learn to get clearly to the point and ask for the business. So that's what these are. So if everybody wants to take a line, I know we all can't see who, everybody on the screen, but if everybody wants to kind of, oh my gosh, where did it go? Yikes. I hate when things like that. What is going on? Okay, great. Unless somebody else has a script right now while I'm going through this. Or does anybody want to talk about anything? Because I lost this and now I have to go find it.
Okay, actually, Lisa, let me give you a quick example. What you just said about asking for the business.
Mm-hmm.
I went on an appointment. It was an expired listing appointment. And I went through, all the material and conversation about the market and getting the home sold. And I had the listing paperwork all prepared right there with me. So the question was, so is everything I've just discussed with you make sense? And are you ready to get your home on the market? And they said, yeah, can we sign right now? And they told me they met with a realtor 3 months before. It was, again, they had this other person had an expired listing call into them and had an appointment. But the agent didn't ask to sign up the listing at that point. They told me that. And they said we were ready to go back then, but he didn't want to write the listing up then. He said we needed to do a little work on the home first before we put it up.
Wow.
So he lost out where all he had to do was just ask the question and just say, I'm ready to list your home. So
right?
that told me, and it reinforces what you're trying to pitch here is to, you got to ask for the business.
Yeah, you got to ask for it. Isn't it funny because some people are like, well, if you get your house fixed up first and then we'll come back, don't walk away. And the other thing is when you have somebody on the phone, don't make the appointment far out. You want to get the appointment as quick as possible. Mm-hmm. And always answer phone calls that are from out of state. People will ignore them thinking they are people that, maybe a sales call, right? Like we do.
Right.
So they won't pick it up. I can't tell you how many referrals I've gotten from like Texas or Connecticut or Arizona, or clients like the one that I signed up yesterday. She was a Rhode Island number.
Mhm.
Pick up your phone all the time.
Yeah.
No matter what. Everybody's phones, you just don't know where those numbers are coming from. I know people ignore them. So why don't we start here? I mean, I see Bill, Teresa, then I see Eric. I'm trying to figure out who else is on here. 'Cause I
Shirley
have-
and Barry.
Okay, so why don't we go in that order? And so that's 5, and I'll do number 6, and then we'll start again. Want to try that?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, Lisa, if you could get what you wanted for this home now, would you put your home on the market today?
So we're just going to go through them? Do you think just say them, each
I thought you
person?
that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, good. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to ask me for a.
Okay.
No, I'm asking if you want to put your home on the market. Wait for an answer.
Yes, I do. No,
Great.
no, I don't
Let's
feel
set an
like,
appointment.
okay.
Lisa,
I
if I
see.
could get you top dollar for your property in the next 30 days, would you list your home with me? Let's set an appointment today.
Lisa, if you feel absolutely confident that you could sell your house now, will you sell it? Let's meet so I can show you how confident I am that I can sell it for you now.
Am I next?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You said you have to move to Braintree by next year, right? Based on the time it takes to get the home on the market, get it properly exposed to the public and sell it, we would need to get together as soon as possible. So let's set an appointment today.
Excellent.
Lisa, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you one more time for an appointment. I've learned over the years that if I don't, you might end up with a mediocre agent and lose money. You don't want to lose money on the sale of your home, do you? I can drop by a Thursday at 5, or would Friday at 7 be better?
It will only take me 15 minutes to show you how I get top dollar for the homes that I sell. It would be worth 15 minutes of your time. To be absolutely sure, you're going to receive the most money for your home. You want to net the most money possible, right? Let's set an appointment today.
Okay, second. Okay, so if you had a proven plan for getting your home sold for top dollar, would you use it? Let's get together and I'll show you that plan. Which is better for you? Thursday at 5 p.m. or Friday at 9 a.m.?
Do you want to go again, Teresa? Go right through?
You're muted.
I finished. No. Lisa, if you could get what you wanted for this home now, would you put your home on the market today? Then let's set an appointment today.
Lisa, if I could get you top dollar for a property in the next 30 days, will you list your home with me? Let's set an appointment today.
If you felt absolutely confident that you could sell your home now, would you sell it? Let's meet so I can show you how confident I am that I can sell it for you now.
I'm just going to stop for 1 sec. So see those little dots there? If you kind of take a pause there, that's what those are meant for. If you
Gotcha.
take bold, we do these weird claps at those times, so we won't make you do that. But
Cut, cut, cut.
so, you just kind of take a pause and then go to the next thing, just for everybody.
You said you have to move to Florida by the springtime, right? Based on the time it takes to get a home on the market, get it properly exposed to the public, and sell it, we need to get together as soon as possible. So let's set an appointment today.
Like that.
So Barry, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you one more time for an appointment. I've learned over the years, if I don't, you might end up with a mediocre agent and lose money. You don't want to lose money on the sale of your home, do you? I can drop by at 3 o'clock, or would 4 o'clock be better?
It will only take me 15 minutes to show you how I get top dollar for the homes that I sell. It would be worth 15 minutes of your time to be absolutely sure that you're going to receive the most money for your home. You want to net the most money possible, right? Let's set an appointment today.
If you had a proven plan for getting your home sold for top dollar, would you use it? Let's get together and I'll show you that plan. Which is better for you, today at 4 or tomorrow at 9?
If you could get if you could get what you wanted for this home now, will you put it on? Will you put your home on the market today? Then let's set an appointment today.
If I could get you top dollar for your property in the next 30 days, would you list your home with me? Let's set an appointment today.
If you felt absolutely confident that you could sell your home now, would you sell it? Let's meet so I can show you how confident I am that I can sell for you now.
You said you have to move to Florida by Christmas, right? Based on the time it takes to get a home on the market, get it properly exposed to the public, and sell it. We need to get together as soon as possible. So let's set an appointment today.
Lisa, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you one more time for an appointment. I've learned over the years that if I don't, you might end up with a mediocre agent and lose money. You don't want to lose money on the sale of your home, do you? I can drop by at 4 o'clock, or would 5 o'clock be better?
It will only take me 15 minutes to show you how I get top dollar for the homes that I sell. It would be worth 15 minutes of your time to be absolutely sure you are going to receive the most money for your home. You want to net the most money possible, right? Let's set an appointment today.
If you had a proven plan for getting your home sold for top dollar, will you use it? Let's get together and I'll show you that plan. Which is better, 10 a.m. tomorrow or Thursday at 5?
If you could get what you wanted for this home now, would you put your home on the market today? Then let's set an appointment today.
If I could get you top dollar for your property in the next 30 days, would you list your home with me? Let's set an appointment today.
Awesome. How do those feel to everybody?
Some a little better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day, I think it was Eric that went through them all with you
Mm-hmm.
and kept pushing. So is that what you do? You would recommend going from 1 to 2 to 3 to?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, and so let's say you're on the phone with someone and they're trying to push you off. You just keep going. And instead of like going off topic, you just keep pushing through. So there's going to be a script off in December, and Donna Frano's putting it on. And you'll see, I mean, I don't know, there's definitely multiple people here are probably going to be asked to be on panel. So there'll be an MCA and they're going to go to scripts. And what you'll find is you just want to stick to the script. I mean, that's the most important. And even when you're on that phone call with people, you don't want to go down the rabbit hole. It's very easy to go down the rabbit hole. Stay on point in your listing appointments, on the phone. Just think of, instead of like calling your lead generation time, lead generation, right? It's kind of general. Say, this is appointment setting time. I'm not here just to lead generate, just to talk to people. I'm here to get an appointment. I mean, make your day, set it up so you have success to get an appointment.
Right.
So, if you do a number of calls, it's all math. We know that I think it's the average agent, 200 calls, 200 dials, basically is going to get you an appointment. That's 2 days of, 2 days of calls. That's just dials. If you do that, let's say you do 400 in a week, you get 2 appointments a week. That's 8 appointments a month. Then let's say you only go on 4 of those appointments a month and you only get 2 of those listings. That's still 24 listing appointments that you went on and captured in a year.
Right.
That's way more than the average agent. So imagine if you break it down and do like a reverse engineering, it's so much, it should be easier.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like getting out of bed in the morning, instead of counting to 10 before you put your feet on the floor, you're supposed to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kind of like a rocket. That's what I find. And you jump out of bed instead of going up, go down. So
Right.
reverse engineer all of your appointments. Now, some people don't like the phone. And okay, you know, it's fine. It's just the most efficient way we can work right now. Wouldn't everybody agree? I mean, it always has been. It is
I
your
have a
cash
question,
register.
So how can you get the 200 dial for 2
So,
days?
so you're just dialing. It doesn't mean you're going to talk to 200 people, because a lot of people are not going to answer, or they're going to hang up on you. But there are circle dialing. You remember what we were talking about the other day, Bill? White pages or?
Yeah, well, there's different methods for obtaining phone numbers. Some people use that. It just comes down to the you know, the successful hit rate on the numbers.
And a lot of people give up very early. Very early. They'll be like, I've got nothing. I made 100 dials. I got nothing. That's okay. The people you did talk to, send them a thank you note, go to the next one. But
Yeah.
you really have to, you know, your outflow will start to become an inflow to your business and your life. So
When I used to sit across from Corey Morris in the old Braintree office, we were in Bold together and we were making our calls, and we kind of had similar numbers in terms of connects. It was like something like between 100 and 120 dials that gave us like 20 to 25 connections, which then led to maybe anywhere from 1 to 5 appointments.
that's awesome. That's really
We
good.
had similar, you know, results in terms of the hit rate, in terms of number of dials it took to get X amount of connections and X amount of appointments out of it.
And I just want to say to everyone, I know it's COVID. I know, you know, things are a little different. I would say get in the office. If you're in the office, you will hear other people, you will see other people, you'll actually
feed off
feel
it.
that, yeah, you will get that energy that you cannot get sitting at home. You cannot get that staying at home, sitting on your computer, getting distracted. You have to be near other people. I mean, what do they say? You are the 5 people, you are the 5 people you surround yourself with. Well, what if you're home alone every day, right? You really need to get out. You need to, you know, raise the bar and get yourself into the office if it's possible. And even if it's a couple times a week, it's going to make a difference. The people who are in the office are producing. I mean, and it's not just because they're going in to talk. They're in there and they see, okay, people are really working. This is a job, career, but you got to build it yourself.
Yeah.
So everything is figure outable. So Eric, what I would recommend is maybe call Donna Frano and see if you can get Cole Realty. It's COLE Realty Resource. It's a paid for circle dialing. It gives you phone numbers around. Let's say you found, you know, someplace that you live, and you put in the address and it'll dial. You can dial numbers around where you grew up or where you live or anything like that, or around a house. It gives you a lot of numbers. It's probably the most affordable dialer, I would say. Does everybody have that?
Yeah, actually, Eric, I was gonna mention that to you. So Eric sent me an email. He's got a open house event that he's working on for this weekend, and he wanted to do some circle dialing around that address. So Eric, when we connect later this morning, I have the Cole Realty resource. When I get that address from you, what I'm going to do is I'll plug it into that, and I can send you a spreadsheet of names and phone numbers in that neighborhood.
Great,
Call.
great, thank you.
And Eric, do you have the script for that?
Well, that's what he
Uh,
wanted to talk about. What do you got, Lisa?
We got it just listed on here. Are you a member on this Facebook page?
Yes, I think we practiced this one or this the script
We
yesterday.
did do one. Yeah,
Yeah,
we did do
yeah.
one. And there's another one that, that one was basically looking for, it was almost like you were calling from a team, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Here's
Yeah, I
one.
had it. Yeah.
You can do this one too, just listed.
Okay.
Hello, is Eric there? Eric, this is Lisa with the RNL Home Team. Thank you for taking my call. The reason for my call today is to share some great news with you. And you have to be enthusiastic because they're hanging up right away.
Okay.
If you even want to, you just say, hi, this is Eric there? Thank you for taking my call. You can, instead of saying who you are, even from the beginning, if you really want to be, I have great news for you. I want you to be the first to know. Sometimes you got to get that hook in there. And then you can go through this, but catch them, stand up when you make your calls, make sure you're speaking clearly, you're speaking, loudly and confidently. It's going to make a big difference.
Great.
So anybody who has an open house, do one of these, just listed, using the coal. Bill, that's awesome. If you get that for him, we're going to talk next week and see how that goes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, guys, I have to jump off, but if you go on this, I don't know if you guys have, if anybody watches The Power of Communication or that other one that said, should I leave a message for, do I leave a message when I make my phone calls? Check those out. This one's a little bit longer, but it's about the power of communication. That's what we do, is communicate. So this one's awesome. I love this. Jim Rohn's one of my favorites. So you guys have a powerful day. I will see you like next Wednesday because Monday I won't be here.
Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, Bill's right there.
Yeah.
Bill's awesome. Yeah, so thank you so much for everybody for being here this morning, and go get the day. Don't be afraid. Be excited, be bold, and have fun. Make this fun. It is. You can make a ton of money with a stupid phone call. How's that, right? Who can do that? Most people have to go do physical, heavy-duty labor. You can make money with a phone call, at least to get it started. And don't be afraid if you haven't got a listing yet, that you got that appointment. Find someone to help you through it or shadow you on that listing. Don't be afraid. Just go get them. Okay.
Thanks,
Bye,
Lisa.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.